So the way we got this set up is we're outlining the perimeter of each square, and we're going to come over 10 feet and another 10 feet. And then we take these PVC pipes that are already pre-marked, and then we simply put them in one line, and then people follow the grid that they have.
If you're lucky enough to look at it from the view above, well, it's impressive.
It began with the idea of doing something different. So we have these grids that we printed up, and every one of these dots represents one flag. I started with some sketches, and I like to have meaning in everything, so those sketches kind of evolved into the shape that it is right now.
Which is a graduation cap and tassel.
So I think today we're going to try and fill up the rest of the blocks here with flags. I think we got enough people coming that we can make that happen. And then about midday I'm going to go and get the lights so we can install those, and hopefully by the end of the day we'll have something that's pretty complete. The yellow block signifies the current graduates, and it really is at the end of the tassel, and it kind of sits out by itself to really make them stand out a little bit.
The display is made up of 47,000 flags, representing the number of graduates over the history of Lorain County Community College. And those flags make up 56 separate blocks, each block honoring the graduating classes over the years. Each block also has a solar-powered light, which signifies knowledge. In its center and at night, the illumination sparkles and dances and demands you take notice.
To walk through this thing at different times of day and watch the flags go from a little cone shape to straight out to when the sun is straight up or just setting, and the shadows and the sound. When the wind is blowing and you're standing out there in the middle and listening to 47,000 flags flap in the wind, it's a sound that you've really never heard before. It's kind of intriguing, and it's really cool.
The display has a personality and a mood, and it changes. One of the goals of Jim's design was for it to draw your eye as you drove up Illyria's Abbey Road, and it does that in remarkable glory. None of this happens, though, without the volunteers that helped Jim build it.
When you get down the end, you do the middle row. So at some point they switch.
I see what you're doing. So this is the middle. I see what you're doing.
So I'm thinking, all right, well, if it took you a half hour to get down to there, that's probably generous.
Flag yoga!
The volunteers are everything. You need people to do these types of projects, especially in these times. These types of projects are important. It lets people get involved in something bigger and lets them be a part of something. Creative people in these times need to step up and need to do something different. I felt important to document the moment. As an artist, I think you have kind of that responsibility to kind of step up and do something.
So what kind of impact will the display have, and what will its legacy be? The answers to those questions are found in the people who found themselves here, drawn to it. Members of the class of 2020 who walked up to it and through it in cap and in gown and looked for their name on the list of graduates. Or families with a history at Lorain County Community College who arrived here with their diplomas in hand just to take a picture.
The impact on people, I mean, that's the reward. They'll remember this. I mean, even though they didn't have a traditional graduation, they will remember this.
And so will everybody that was a part of it. Congratulations, class of 2020, and all that came before you.